Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, and it is our final broadcast of the 2024-2025 regular season, and it's a big game. Ravenwood taking on Station Camp Liberty Creek, as this game will decide between the Bison and the Tennessee Outlaws who will get the last Predators Cup berth. It'll be the 8th seed for whoever gets that. Unfortunately, Station Camp have suffered a big loss for the rest of the season, and they may not end up doing what they need to do to get that last Preds Cup berth. There's senior night ceremony going on right now. In fact, it is winding down. So let's go ahead. Well, once the music ends, we're going to go ahead and start going over final scores. It's been 2 weeks since we've had a broadcast, and we have 16 final scores to read off. So let's begin with the final scores from January 13th, the first night back after the holidays. Station Camp Liberty Creek beat JP2MLK 6-4. Father Ryan beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 4-3. Brentwood beat Independence BA USN Nashville Christian 7-3. Montgomery Bell beat Franklin 4-0, and Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb beat Ravenwood 3-2 to win the GNASH Cup regular season championship. On January 15th, Independence BA USN Nashville Christian beat the Montgomery County Rangers 9-1. Centennial FRA beat the Tennessee Outlaws 4-2. And JP2MLK beat Hendersonville Beach Lawson 5-4 to win the Rockcastle Cup, a new trophy that's going to be given annually to the winner of that game in the regular season. I've been told that if we have years where they're not where we have split tiers and they're not in the same tier and they never face each other, they'll schedule a non-GNASH sanctioned game to determine who wins that trophy. On Thursday, January 16th, Summit Page beat Franklin 6-1. Then we had a week off last week because it was previously scheduled to be an open week. Just in case any of the games from the week before had to be postponed because of inclement weather, but none of those games got postponed. So last week was a week off. So play resumed Monday with Franklin beating Centennial FRA 3-1. Montgomery Bell beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 11-4. Ravenwood with a senior night win over Independence BA USN Nashville Christian 10-1. Summit Page spoiled JP2MLK's senior night, beating them 9-4. And a surprising 3-3 tie. Hendersonville Beach Lawson, their senior night not ending the way they wanted, tying with the Rutherford Rampage 3-3. The Rampage actually went up 3-1 near the midway point of the third, and the Commandos had to come back. And the first final of tonight in the books. Summit Page beat Father Ryan 7-1. Besides this game, Ravenwood Station Camp, the other game going over on Rink B, Montgomery County Rangers taking on Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill. It's senior night for the Bears. So let's look at the standings with that Summit Father Ryan game in the books. Ensworth Nolensville Lipscomb finishing up the regular season with 13 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. Ravenwood in second at 11, 2-1. Summit Page after the win tonight, 10-3-1. They are guaranteed a top 4 Preds Cup seed. JP2MLK and Franklin both finished the regular season 10-5-0, but JP2 put ahead of Franklin on head-to-head. Hendersonville Beach Lawson finishing the regular season at 9-4-2, MBA at 9-3-2. And same situation as JP2 Franklin, Hendersonville ahead of MBA on head-to-head. Station Camp Liberty Creek 6-6-2, Tennessee Outlaws 6-7-2. The game sheet standings has the Outlaws ahead on period points, but Station Camp Liberty Creek are actually ahead on goal difference, +3-0. Rutherford Rampage and Father Ryan both finished the regular season 5-9-1, but Rutherford beat Father Ryan way back in September. So Rutherford will be the 2 seed for the Hein Cup. Father Ryan will be the 3. Centennial finished the regular season 5-10-0. They'll be the 4 seed. They'll take on Brentwood, who will be the 5 seed. They finished 4-10-1. Indy also finished 4-10-1, but Brentwood beat Indy 2 weeks ago. So Indy will be the 6 seed. They'll take on Father Ryan in the first round. They actually beat Father Ryan in the regular season. Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 1-11-2 coming into tonight. They'll be the 7th seed no matter what. They'll take on the Rampage in the first round, and the Montgomery County Rangers 0-14-0. They'll be the 8 seed no matter what. They'll take on the 1 seed in the first round. All right, now let's talk about the scenarios for this Ravenwood Station Camp game. If Station Camp win this game, it ends in a tie, or the Bison lose by 1 or 2 goals, they will claim the last Predators Cup berth and be the 8 seed for that tournament, while the Outlaws will take the last Hine Cup spot and be the 1 seed. But if Ravenwood win by 3 goals or more, then it'll be the Outlaws getting that last Predators Cup spot and the 8 seed. And Station Camp will go into the Hine Cup and be the one for that. So those are the scenarios for tonight's game. But things are going to be a little bit tougher for Station Camp because their star freshman goalie, Miller Campbell, is out for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. He had to have surgery on it. So things are going to be a little bit tougher for them tonight. All right, let's talk about the 2 teams playing tonight's game. First up, Ravenwood, coached by James Gately. Results of their last 5 games coming into tonight. Dating back to December 4th, the 2-2 tie with Summit Page, 8-6. They beat Hendersonville Beach Lawson on December 11th, 8-6. December 13th beat Father Ryan 4-0. The 3-2 loss to Ensworth on January 13th. That resulted in Ensworth winning the GNASH Cup, and on Monday they beat Independence BAUSN Nashville Christian 10-1. So here are their stats coming into tonight. Cooper Hill, the leading scorer, 33 points from 20 goals and 13 assists. Keaton Moffitt, 24 points from 13 goals and 11 assists. Jake Farrell, 18 points from 7 goals and 11 assists. Liam Powell, 16 points from 7 goals and 9 assists. Grady Fernan, 14 points from 9 goals and 5 assists. Cannon Kaiser, 13 points from 8 goals and 5 assists. Mason Reed, 12 points from 1 goal and 11 assists. Finally got his first GNASH goal on Monday night against Indy. Brady Friedman with 11 points from 2 goals and 9 assists. Jake Lipinski, 9 points from 3 goals and 6 assists. Timo Holland, 9 points from a goal and 8 assists. Rob Longard, 7 points from 4 goals and 3 assists. Anthony Maltese, 7 points from 3 goals and 4 assists. Cooper Friedman, 6 points from 4 goals and 2 assists. Zeke Landcamer, 4 points from 2 goals and 2 assists. Luke Pierce, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Owen Apple, 3 points all from assists. Ariane Patnaik, 2 points from goals. Lucas O'Leary, the only Ravenwood skater without a point to his name. On to goalie play. Colin Gowers played in 7 games. His record 5-1-1. Again, his goals against average is not correct because they charged him with a goal against the Outlaws that was an empty netter. So the rest of his stats are not correct. He does have 2 shutouts. Reese McKenzie, her stats are correct. She's also played 7 games. All of those were starts. Her record 6-1-0. Played 294 minutes. Goals against average of 2.3. Actually, no, she was out of the net for the rest of that game against Ensworth. They pulled her. She has 2 shutouts. She allowed 15 goals on 128 shots, turned away the other 113. Her save percentage in the regular season so far is .883. On to Station Camp Liberty Creek, coached by Keith Grooms. Coming into tonight, 6-6-2. Results of their last 5 games. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Dating back to November 18th, that incredible come-from-behind win against Rutherford where they won 5-4. Beat Father Ryan 5-2 on December 4th. The Rangers, 10-3. On December 11th, beat Indy 6-2 on December 16th, and then beat JP2MLK 6-4 on January 13th. Here are their stats coming into tonight. Joey Siciliano, the leading scorer, 24 points from 13 goals and 11 assists. Toby Mahaffey, 15 points from 6 goals and 9 assists. Marshall McMurtry, 12 points from 3 goals and 9 assists. Dom DeMaria, 12 points from 6 goals and 6 assists. Jaden Robertson and Andrew Grooms each have 10 points from 6 goals and 4 assists. Chase Ulrich with 7 points from 4 goals and 3 assists. Gavin Cole, 7 points from 2 goals and 5 assists. Mason Campbell, 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Patrick McCarthy, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. McLean Gregory with 2 points from goals. Mikey Bernier with 2 points from assists. Gracie Clark, Aiden Kramer, Dom Reitz, and Mac Miles each have a point from an assist. Patrick Atmore and Dane Kramer, the only 2 skaters without a point to their name. On to goalie play. Miller Campbell has played in 6 games. 5 of those were starts. His record 3-1-1. He's played 234 minutes. Goals against average of 2.5. No shutouts. He's allowed 13 goals on 130 shots. Turned away the other 117. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .900. Carter Galeese has played in 5 games. 8 games. 5 of those were starts. His record 2-4-1. Miller Campbell 3-1-1. He's played 238 minutes, goals against average of 4.16, no shutouts. He's allowed 22 goals on 158 shots, turned away the other 136. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .861. And Keaton Howard has played in 5 games. 4 of those were starts. His record 1-1-0. He's played 111 minutes, goals against average of 4.46, no shutouts. He's allowed 11 goals and 63 shots, turned away the other 52. His save percentage in the regular season so far is .825. Keaton Howard going to get the senior night start for Station Camp. And Reese McKenzie going to start in goal for Ravenwood. If Ravenwood win this game or it ends in a tie, they will claim the 2 seed for the Predators Cup. And will play either Hendersonville or NBA, because for this first period, Station Camp will carry the puck from my right to left to right, and Ravenwood from my right to left. Game is underway. And Station Camp won the draw, but give the puck away right away. And here's Liam Powell carrying it down the left wing side of the Station Camp zone, having it knocked away by Joyce Siciliano on the back check. Held in the zone by Ravenwood, puck in the slot. And the Bison clear it out. Mason Reed, it's Cannon Kaiser grabbing it at center. Brought back in by Cooper Hill. Hill in the left circle. Aiden Kramer falls over Hill. Trying to pass the slot. Went off a Station Camp stick. It's over on the far boards. Puck out in the slot. Near the left wing corner. Mason Reed isn't knocked off his stick. Aiden Kramer sending it up the far side. Trying to get it out, and it just goes over the blue line. Now a stretch pass up the far side. Mason Reed, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Taking a shot, it's blocked. Comes right over, and a shot, I think, from Jake Farrell, missed the net to the left. No, correction, it was Liam Powell, missed the net to the left of Howard. And back the other way, Station Camp go offside. And Chase Ulrich was starting to move right in on goal. One of his teammates went over the line before he did, and that brought about the whistle. Draw's going to be on the dot in front of the Ravenwood bench. That took the first 72 seconds off the clock. Station Camp win the draw. Ravenwood take it away at center. And was fired down the right wing wall by, I think, Jake Lipinski, and he fired it too high, and it went off the top of the glass into the netting above the glass in the right wing corner. Okay, they're saying it went off a Station Camp stick because they're dropping the puck to the left of Howard. Draw one by the Bison. Gavin Cole trying to work it out up the far boards. And it's taken out to center by Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey could not get around the Ravenwood defender right in front of him. That was Brady Friedman, who brings the puck into the Station Camp zone, and it poked away. Ravenwood sending it back deep into the Station Camp zone. Dom Reitz trying to send it up the far boards. And Ravenwood with it. Brady Fernan trying to send it up to the left point. And the Bison end up getting a hold of it and clearing it out. There's Dom DeMaria into the Ravenwood zone on the right wing side. Taking a shot. Stopped by Reese McKenzie at her left-hand post. His first shot on goal of the game goes to Station Camp. Puck sent back into the Station Camp zone from center by the Raptors. Oh, and trying to pass it ahead to get it out to center was Marshall McMurtry. Hit the back of Joey Siciliano's skates. So the puck's still in the station camp zone from the left point. There's a shot that misses the net to the left of Howard. That shot coming from Owen Apple. Now back the other way goes Joey Siciliano, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Taking a shot. Turned away by McKenzie. Puck behind the net. And we get a whistle. I think the net may have been dislodged. Yep. Ravenwood net came loose. 10:51 left in the first. No goals on the board, but Station Camp doing a good job on defense and generating shots at the other end. Draw's going to be to McKenzie's right. Won by the Raptors. Going to get it out of the zone. Yes, they do. Cooper Hill into the station camp zone on the left wing side. Had trouble trying to keep the puck in his stick. Mason Reed with it now. In the right wing corner. Pushed into the boards by Marshall McMurtry. And McMurtry comes out with a puck and clears it up the near side. Taken back at center by Hill, trying to get it ahead to Reed. Reed, right wing side of the station camp zone. Over to Liam Powell, top of the left circle, trying to send it to the front of the net for Hill, who couldn't get his stick on it to redirect. Mason Reed keeps it into the zone. Goes down the left wing and around the back of the net. Comes out to the right circle, a shot turned away by Howard. First shot on goal of the game for Ravenwood coming almost 4 minutes in. Puck out at center, Liam Powell with it. Trying to pass it up the far side, hit the stick of Jaden Robertson. And now Robertson passing it over to Patrick McCarthy, who dumps it into the Ravenwood zone. Puck in the left wing corner. Now here's Cooper Hill right at the station camp blue line, passing the puck off to Liam Powell, carrying it down the right wing. Powell taking a shot, stopped and held on to by Howard at his left-hand post. 9:29 to go in the first. And still no goals on the board in this one. Draws to the left of Keaton Howard. Won by Ravenwood. Aryan Patnaik had the puck knocked away and cleared out. It just went over the blue line, almost brought back in offside merely by touching the blue line with it by Timo Holland. Now a big battle right at the station camp blue line. Puck sent back down the wall into the right wing corner of the station camp zone. Aiden Kramer trying to clear, held into the right point. Timo Holland decides to carry it down. Goes around the back of the net, comes back out to the left wing side. Now sends it back around the boards to the far side. And it's Patnaik with a puck. Putting it in front. Holland turns with a backhander. Stopped by Howard off his left leg pad. Holland got it in front, turned his back to the net, and got off a backhander that was stopped by Howard. Puck cleared out by the Bison. Brought back in by Cannon Kaiser. Kaiser ends up being forced back out to center by McLean Gregory. Puck dumped back into the station camp zone, but having to get back on side was Zeke Landcamer, I think. Now Gavin Cole out at center. Brings it back into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side and falls over. Puck kept in the zone by McLean Gregory and sent down the left wing boards. Now there's a shot in the right circle. And Chase Ulrich stopped and covered up by Reese McKenzie. 7:52 to go in the first. Still no goals on the board, but Station Camp doing a great job of keeping up the pressure on the Raptors here. Gavin Cole with the puck inside his own zone, passing it ahead to McLean Gregory. Now Cole out at center. Passing it over to Toby Mahaffey, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone, puts it in for Chase Ulrich. Oh, whiffs on it. He was right in front and he whiffed on it. There's a shot from Gavin Cole, left circle, turned away by McKenzie. Rebound in the slot, cleared out, and now a breakaway maybe for Grady Fernan in the Station Camp zone. A shot stopped by Howard. Coming in to defend was Dom Reitz, and he put the body on Fernan, forced him to shoot slow, and stopping that was Howard. Now back the other way goes Marshall McMurtry into the Ravenwood zone, trying to backhand it towards the front of the net. McKenzie tried to cover, but she fumbled it. Puck still alive. Ravenwood trying to clear the puck out. Kept alive at the left point. Now here's Joey Siciliano. Taking a shot, turned away by McKenzie. Rebound behind the net, picked up by Station Camp. Passed out high, and a shot from Dane Kramer blocked, and we're going to have a penalty, it looks like, against the Raptors. It's a cross-checking call. Not sure who it is for Ravenwood just yet. They're going to have to put the number on the board. It's against Timo Holland. So 6:30 left in the first. No goals on the board. Station Camp with the first power play of the game. Draw to the right of McKenzie. Puck went out to center. Picked up by Siciliano and brought back in the Ravenwood zone. He's in the right wing side. Puck got away from him. Now it's in the right wing corner. Raptors trying to clear. Held in at the right point by Marshall McMurtry. And a shot from the left circle, and Andrew Grooms is blocked away by McKenzie. Puck comes out to the left point. Now passed across to the right wing side. McMurtry shot, blocked, and here's Hill with it. Hill out to center. Now Jake Farrell gives it off to Hill. Hill back in the Station Camp zone. Rounded defender takes a shot. Turned away by Howard. I think it may have gone off Howard's glove. Here's Dom DeMaria back into the Ravenwood zone. Shooting to the right wing side. It's blocked. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. Held in by Aiden Kramer at the left point. Now Dom DeMaria. Rounded defender, a shot. Missed the net to the right of McKenzie. She may have gotten a piece of it as it went by. Under a minute left of the power play. Shot safe. Oh, and then a big rebound for Dom Reitz. But he backhanded it past the open net. Station Camp working the puck out of their zone. Chase Ulrich back into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side, of the puck poked away. Here comes Mason Reed back into the Station Camp zone. Taking a shot, score! Reed down the left edge of the slot, fires it past the blocker of Keaton Howard into the back of the net. It's a short-handed goal for the Raptors, and it's 1-0 Ravenwood with 4:54 to go in the first. 23 seconds left in the power play for the Bison. If this score were to hold, Station Camp would still go to the Preds Cup. Here's Mason Reed on another breakaway. The Station Camp's on in front, a shot over the net. That close to making it 2-0. Puck brought back into the Ravenwood zone. Penalty time against the Raptors is up. They're back at even strength. And the puck cleared out by the Raptors is going to be an icing, though. 4:13 to go in the first. 1-0 Ravenwood. And again, if this score holds up, it would still be good enough for Station Camp to get into the Preds Cup. They would get in on goal difference. +2 to the Outlaws, 0. Draws to the left of Reese McKenzie. Won by Ravenwood. They clear it down ice. And icing waved off. Puck on the near side of the Station Camp zone. Dom Reitz can't clear it out. Held in Keaton Moffitt. Grady Fernan into the slot. A shot stopped off the blocker of Howard. Keaton Moffitt holds it into the blue line. Puck knocked away, but Moffitt holds it right atop the blue line to keep play alive. Passed up to the left point, and a shot for Brady Friedman. Score! Brady Friedman sending it to the front of the net. And right in front of the net was Grady Fernan. I'm not sure if he got the tip or not. And it is now 2-0. Ravenwood with 3:37 to go in the first. And Station Camp at this point are still in the Preds Cup, but if they give up another goal, it suddenly tilts in the Outlaws' direction. Here come Ravenwood. Brady Friedman's shot off of Howard into the netting above the glass. Let's see who they gave that second Ravenwood goal to. Well, they're saying Grady Fernan got the tip in front. Draw to the left of Howard. Puck goes to the inboards. Ravenwood with it. Puck put out in front. Held in top of the right circle by Jake Farrell. Farrell's shot blocked. And it's cleared out by the Bison. Brady Friedman at center. Hands it off. Jake Farrell back into the Station Camp zone. Puts it in front. And unable to keep his stick on it was Robert Longard. Now Longard putting out in front, redirected away from the front of the net by Marshall McMurtry and out. Now it's sent back into the Station Camp zone. Puck cleared out by the Bison. Cannon Kaiser at center is going to bring it right back into the left wing side, but he tried to maneuver the puck around Andrew Grooms and he ran into Grooms and the puck drifted back out. Puck sent back into the Ravenwood zone. It's out on the far side and cleared out by the Raptors. Cooper Friedman leaves it for Jake Farrell, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Oh, and he leaves it behind him, wanting to hold it for a shot. Then he gets knocked down by Andrew Grooms. Took too much time, and now there's Grooms back in the Ravenwood zone, up offside. Offside against the Bison. It was either McMurtry or Siciliano who went in ahead. Minute 54 to go in the first, still 2-0. Ravenwood. Draw one by Ravenwood. Puck in the Station Camp zone. Here's Mason Reed. Decides to carry it back out to center. Now it's brought back in by Liam Powell on the right wing side. Powell taking a shot, stopped by Howard. Rebound cleared to the blue line, but held in by Owen Apple. Now fired down the wall to the right wing corner, Cooper Hill. Pushed away from the puck by Eden Kramer. Hill, though, muscles Kramer aside to get the puck. Here's Mason Reed, left circle, trying to back in it across to the right circle. It's knocked away from Jake Farrell. Toby Mahaffey carries it out to center, passes it over to McLean Gregory. Puck back in the Ravenwood zone on the left wing boards. Mahaffey with some space, taking a shot, left circle. Stopped by McKenzie. She's got it behind her. So Station Camp generating another chance, but another shot stopped by Reese McKenzie. 2-0 Ravenwood with 64 seconds to go in the first. Draws to McKenzie's right. One by Ravenwood. Puck sent ahead into the Station Camp zone. It's picked up loose on the right wing side. Cooper Hill passes across. Liam Powell down the right wing. Goes around the back of the net. Puts it out in front and jumped over Hill's stick. Carried out to center by Mahaffey. Mahaffey dumps it into the right wing corner of the Ravenwood zone. Puck sent up the boards and out by the Raptors. Gavin Cole with it at center. Across to Dom Reitz. Passing ahead, but it's intercepted. And backhanded through the air, back deep into the Station Camp zone, I think by Brady Friedman. On-angle shot from just above the top of the right wing corner, stopped and covered up by Howard. It's from Mason Reed, it appeared. 15.1 seconds to go in the first. Still 2-0 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to the left of Howard. Draw one by the Raptors, and a shot from the right point, stopped by Howard. With it at center is Patrick McCarthy. Brings it into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Tried to take a shot. I think it was Timo Holland who came in and put the stick down and forced him to take a soft shot, and that is it for the first. Mason Reed and Grady Fernan with the goals for Ravenwood. They lead Station Camp Liberty Creek 2-0 at the end of one, but right now Station Camp would still be going to the Predators Cup. Reese McKenzie still in goal for Ravenwood. Keaton Howard still in goal for Station Camp for this second period. Ravenwood will carry the puck from my left to right. Station Camp from my right to left. Ravenwood win the draw to start the second. Here's Keaton Moffitt with a shot in the right circle. Stopped by Howard. Rebound loose in the crease, and they blow the whistle. Net came dislodged. 2-0 Ravenwood. Again, this final score would be good enough to get Station Camp in the Preds Cup because their current goal difference is +1 to the Outlaws 0. Draw is to the left of Howard. Puck put in front and a one-timer from Grady Fernan, stopped by Howard. And the puck sliding through center back into the Ravenwood zone. And Timo Holland gets to it, sends it up the near boards, held in by Mason Campbell. Campbell around the back of the net. Puts it in front and a one-timer, stopped by McKenzie. That shot came from Jaden Robertson. And now here's Keaton Moffitt back in the Station Camp zone. Bottom of the right wing going to the net, and a shot stopped by Howard at his left-hand post. Jake Lipinski. Now Moffitt trying to backhand it in front. Centering pass went past, I think it's Grady Fernan. Yes, it is. Fernan shot. Oh, and I think it may have just glanced off of Howard. Now Ravenwood with the puck behind the net, trying to stuff it in. And Howard is sitting on it. .12:59 to go in the second. 2-0 Ravenwood. Draw was to the left of Howard. Puck in the left wing corner. Aiden Kramer backhanding it up the far boards. Cleared out by Andrew Grooms. But dumped right back in from center. I think by Cooper Hill. Puck out at center. Station Camp with it. Bounces back into the Ravenwood zone. Owen Apple trying to clear. Battling with Andrew Grooms. Grooms dropped his stick. Picks it back up. Puck cleared out by the Raptors, goes up the far boards and down for an icing. 12:14 to go in the second. Still 2-0 Ravenwood. Draws to the left of McKenzie. It's won by Ravenwood. They try and clear it out. Held into the right wing boards by McLean Gregory. A shot was blocked. Then the puck comes over to the left wing side, and Chase Ulrich fires it across the front of the net. Clearing attempt held in by Gregory. Passes over. Ulrich shot over the net from the left circle and into the netting above the glass. Draw on the dot in front of the Station Camp bench at center. Won by Ravenwood. Cooper Hill into the Station Camp zone down the right wing. Sends it through the crease near the left-hand side of the net. Oh, and then two Station Camp players run into each other. It was Mahaffey and Ulrich, but Ulrich brings the puck back into the Ravenwood zone on the right wing side. Mahaffey trying to put it in front. It's intercepted. Liam Powell sending it through center back towards the Station Camp net. Howard having to play it. And he gives it right to Mason Reed. Passes off to Cannon Kaiser on the right wing side. Kaiser hands it off Reed. Tried to pass inside. It was blocked and cleared out of the zone. Then cleared out of the Ravenwood end by the Raptors. Here's Reed, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Could not get around the back checker. I think it may have been Gavin Cole. But the puck stayed in the zone at the left point. Station Camp did get to it and clear. Now a stretch pass ahead. Cooper Hill down the right wing, putting it in front, and they score. Station Camp were changing their forwards. There's a stretch pass right to the Station Camp blue line for Cooper Hill. Carried it down the right wing. Saw Mason Reed coming to the front of the net. Got off a centering pass, and Reed redirects it in. Second goal of the game for him, and it's now 3-0 Ravenwood with 10:50 to go. And now the Outlaws are sitting in 8th place, because Station Camp's goal difference is back down to 0 along with the Outlaws, and now it would go to the 4th tiebreaker, which is fewest goals allowed in all games. The Outlaws, they're already finished with the regular season. They allowed 47. Station Camp have now allowed 50. 47 is fewer than 50. Gracie Clark back in the Ravenwood zone. Puck poked away. Held in by Mac Miles. Now Timo Holland on the near side. Out to center. Brings it into the Station Camp zone. Round one defender to the net. A shot stopped by Howard with a left leg pad. Hangs on to the puck. And Gracie Clark clears the puck out of the Station Camp zone. Here's Andrew Grooms in the Ravenwood zone. Backhands the puck very softly past the net to McKenzie's right. And a hand pass called against Ravenwood as they got the puck out of the zone. 9:41 to go in the second. 3-0 Ravenwood. Draw's going to be to McKenzie's left. Grady Fernan. Up, offside. Keaton Moffitt went into the Station Camp zone while Fernan was gingerly bringing the puck in. Oh, Joey Siciliano near the Ravenwood net with a puck. Turned around to shoot, whiffed on it, and fell over. Puck put in front, but it goes through his legs. Held into the left point by Aiden Kramer. Sent past the net. Raptors able to clear it out. Here's Grady Fernan, left wing side of the station camp zone. Trying to go to the front of the net, but cutting off a defender. I think it was Aiden Kramer, cut off his path and forced him to go right into Howard. Oh, Keaton Moffitt getting knocked down in the slot as the puck was coming his way. Station camp clear it out of the zone. Owen Apple firing it up the far side. And it's taken back at center. Keaton Moffitt brought back into the station camp zone. Here's Grady Fernan, and then a shot stopped by Howard with a left leg pad. Now the puck out in front of the station camp net again, and it's cleared away by the Bison. It's out at center. Now Apple from his own zone. Passing it over to the far side. Zeke Landcamer, he broke his stick on the pass. I'm sorry, it's Cannon Kaiser carrying it back into the station camp zone, getting off a shot that missed the net. And the puck cleared out by the Bison. Jake Lipinski. No, sorry, it's Anthony Maltese. Passing it off to Cannon Kaiser. Now Cooper Friedman dumps it back into the station camp zone. Puck in the right wing corner. Now here's, I guess, Rob Longard. Yes, it was Rob Longard passing it off to Anthony Maltese at the left point, and he sends it into the right wing corner. And Bison end up clearing it out. Here is Jake Farrell. Back to Longard, who dumps it back into the station camp zone. And up. Had a couple of players tied up in the left wing corner, or sorry, right wing corner. It's going to result in a penalty for Ravenwood. Roughing the call, and it is against Cooper Friedman. So station camp back to the power play, down 3-0 with 6:56 to go in the second. They've got to score because right now they are headed to the Hein Cup because they and the Outlaws are tied on goal differential at 0, and the Outlaws would go in on the fourth tiebreaker, which is fewest goals allowed in all games. 47 for them, 50 for the Bison. This is because both teams have 6 wins. The first tiebreaker is who has more wins. Oh, and a one-timer whiffed on by Ulrich, top of the right circle, and cleared down ice by the Raptors. Both the Outlaws and Station Camp have 6 wins. That's the first tiebreaker. That would be thrown out. Second tiebreaker is head-to-head. Well, they tied 2-2 in their one game in November, so that gets thrown out. Here's Joyce Siciliano down the left wing. A backhander stopped and held on to by McKenzie. A third tiebreaker goal difference, it's 0-0. So we're on to the fourth tiebreaker, which is fewest goals allowed. Now, if Ravenwood make it 4-0, it does go back to goal difference because then it's 0 for the Outlaws, -1 for Station Camp. Chase Ulrich shot in the right point, turned away by McKenzie. Joey Siciliano going out towards the blue line looking for space. Another shot stopped by McKenzie with a right leg pad. McMurtry battling with Brady Friedman behind the net. Here's Toby Mahaffey putting it out in front. Oh, intercepted by Cooper Hill. Pass was intended for Joey Siciliano. Back the other way goes Hill into the station camp zone down the right wing side of the net. A shot missed the net to the left of Howard. It's a big break for Station Camp there. Here's Marshall McMurtry. Toby Mahaffey shooting it past the net to the left of McKenzie. Under a minute left in the power play for the Bison. Here's Chase Ulrich having the puck knocked off his stick behind the net. Oh, and then it's knocked away from Powell. Came towards the front of the net. McKenzie had to push it away. Now Powell in the left wing corner. Passing it behind the net. And it's cleared out on the far side, but held right near the blue line by Chase Ulrich. Oh, but then he gives it away to Hill. Cooper Hill back in the station camp zone, going down the left wing to the front of the net. His shot stopped by Howard. Seconds left in the power play for the Bison. Toby Mahaffey brings it back into the Ravenwood zone, drops it back. Andrew Grooms, a one-timer blocked by the stick of his own man, McLean Gregory. Oh, and then Reese McKenzie making a terrific rebound save on Marshall McMurtry, putting the stick down and stopping it with a paddle at a wide-open net. That could be the difference between going to the Preds Cup and going to the Hein Cup. For Station Camp's sake. Penalty time against Ravenwood is up. They're back at even strength. Here's Mason Reed back in the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Pass across and a shot from the left circle. Turned away by Howard. It's from Grady Fernan. Now the puck comes around to the far side. And just went over the blue line, sent back in by Owen Apple. A couple of his teammates have to get back on side. They finally do. Gavin Cole brings the puck out to center. Into the Ravenwood zone on the left wing side. Bumped off by Timo Holland. Here's Jake Farrell. Back into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side. Puck poked away. Here comes Joey Siciliano. Back into the Ravenwood zone, around the back of the net. Almost fell over. Backhands the puck up the far boards, but nobody's there to hold it in. It goes all the way back down into the Station Camp zone. Sending it around the wall to the near side. Puck held into the right point, and a shot from Holland. No, sorry, it's Cannon Kaiser, gloved and held on to by Howard. 3:32 to go in the second, still 3-0, Ravenwood. Draw was to Howard's left. Ravenwood with it. It's behind the net. Farrell putting it out in front, and a backhanded shot was blocked. It goes all the way out to center. Timo Holland sends the puck back into the Station Camp zone. He was behind the red line, but icing waved off because it went off somebody's stick on its way into the zone past the red line. Liam Powell, left wing corner. Trying to put it in front. That was blocked. Puck out at center. Patrick McCarthy standing right on the red line. Sends it back into the Ravenwood zone. It hit a seam in the boards and went out to the slot. Now here's Timo Holland through center. Back into the Station Camp zone. Ran into the linesman going down the right wing boards. And here's a shot from Luke Pierce. Just below the right point, turned away by Howard with a left leg pad. Puck cleared out by Station Camp. Here's Cannon Kaiser from center, bringing it back in down the right wing side. Taking a shot, stopped by Howard, and he'll try to cover up at the left-hand post. Station Camp player decided to keep play alive. Here's Kaiser. Passing it off, Timo Holland, top of the right circle, shot turned away by Howard. Puck put in front, but nobody in a black sweater could get a redirect. And it's cleared out by the Bison. Slides through center back into the Ravenwood zone, comes to a dead stop. Holland passing it up the far boards. Now here's Grady Fernan, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. A shot blocked in front. Bison clear it out. Here's Fernan. Trying to carry it back into the Station Camp zone. Now Jake Lipinski takes a bump, gets knocked down. And Station Camp iced the puck with 80 seconds left in the second. And Ravenwood up 3-0. Draw to Howard's left. Ravenwood with it. Pass over to the left circle and a one-timer missed the net. Puck held in the zone by Fernan as Station Camp tried to clear. 1 minute left in the second. Here's Keaton Moffitt. Moffitt passing it off to Maltese. Now top of the left circle. Shot from, I think, Brady Friedman. Stopped by Howard. And into the netting above the glass it goes. 41 seconds exactly to go in the second. Still 3-0 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to the right of Howard. And a one-timer, from the slot. High slot by Cooper Hill. Missed the net. Under 30 seconds to go in the period. Hill with the puck again. Pass across left circle. Centering pass, they score. Ravenwood had a man hanging out on the left-hand post. And he knocks it in. I think it's Mason Reed. I think Mason Reed on the centering pass from Liam Powell in the left circle. So it's 4-0 Ravenwood with 20.7 seconds to go in the second. And right now, the tiebreaker returns to goal difference. And now it's Outlaws 0 to Station 1. Puck in the Ravenwood zone. Andrew Groom's with it, but time runs out before he could get the shot away. And yeah, it was Mason Reed with that goal. So Mason Reed with a hat trick. 2 goals here in the second. Mason Reed had not scored yet this season until Monday night. He has now scored 4 goals in 2 games. And Ravenwood have a 4-0 lead on Station Camp after 2. Ready to go with the third and final period of this one. Carter Galeese now in goal for Station Camp. Reese McKenzie still in goal for Ravenwood for this third and final period. Station Camp will carry the puck from my left to right. Ravenwood from my right to left. 4-0 Raptors. Right now the Outlaws are going to the Preds Cup. Ravenwood win the draw. Here is Cooper Hill. Passing it up to the left point of the Station Camp zone. Owen Apple tried to go back to Hill. Went through his skates. And cleared out of the zone by Mikey Bernier. Here's Hill. Back into the Station Camp zone. Lost the puck. Liam Powell, bottom of the left circle. Passes it below the goal line to Cannon Kaiser. Back to Powell on the outside, right up against the boards. Powell goes out towards the blue line. Passes across to Owen Apple. Sends it into the right wing corner for Mason Reed, who has a hat trick. Cooper Hill sending it back down the wall. Powell puts it out in front. Nobody in a black sweater there. It's intercepted and cleared out by Eden Kramer. Here's Dom DeMaria. Had the puck taken away by Mason Reed inside the Ravenwood zone. Liam Powell backhands it out to center. Picked up by Joey Siciliano. Andrew Grooms will slap it back into the Ravenwood zone on goal. And Reese McKenzie redirects it into the netting above the glass in the right wing corner. 12:49 to go, still 4-0 Ravenwood. Draws to McKenzie's right. One by Station Camp, shot from the left point, blocked. Picked up by Grady Fernan. Now ahead to Keaton Moffitt. Moffitt, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Trying to go to the slot. Got double teamed into the puck, knocked away. Puck comes around the boards to the far side. And Dane Kramer tried to clear it, was held in the zone, intercepted for a moment. Up now, Keaton Moffitt with it, passes over Grady Fernan, shot! Stopped and held onto by Carter Galise, holding it with his right armpit up against the right side of his body. 12:16 to go, still 4-0 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to the right of Galise. One by the Raptors, shot from Fernan, stopped by Galise. Puck cleared out by the Bison. Timo Holland with it at center for Ravenwood. Brings it back into the Station Camp zone, and it poked away, but it was kept alive at the blue line by Grady Fernan. But then it ends up being taken away and cleared out by the Bison. It would have been an icing, but Reese McKenzie comes out to play the puck to continue play. And now it's iced by the Raptors. 11:47 to go. Still 4-0 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to McKenzie's right. One by the Bison, shot from Gavin Cole, stopped by McKenzie. Rebound try stopped by McKenzie, and then she stops another. The first rebound try was from Chase Ulrich. The second was from Toby Mahaffey. Now Ulrich behind the net. Puts it out in front. McClay Gregory shot, score! From the right edge of the slot. Fires it into the back of the net on the right-hand side. One goal back for Station Camp. It's 4-1 Ravenwood with 11:27 to go. But the Outlaws would still be going to the Preds Cup because it goes back to fewest goals allowed in all games. And the Outlaws only allowed 47 in their 15 games. Station Camp have allowed 51. They've scored 51, allowed 51 in terms of the goal difference. And Ravenwood win the draw. Jake Farrell, a shot stopped at the left-hand post by Galise. Puck out on the far side. Now here's Chase Ulrich, right wing side of the Ravenwood zone, trying to go to the front of the net, and the puck knocked away. And the Raptors come up with it and clear it out. Rob Longard, left wing side of the Station Camp zone, tried to center it. I think it went off the stick of Ulrich. Now back the other way goes Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Lost the puck. And Jake Farrell brings it out to center. Gives it away to Gavin Cole. Passing ahead to Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey gets knocked off the puck. Now it's back in the Station Camp zone loose. Jake Farrell with it. Past the slot. Oh, went past the skates of Cooper Hill. He watched it go past the front of his skates. Now Joey Siciliano through center. Back into the Station Camp zone. Lost the puck. Walking into a triple team. Now here's Hill. Back in the Station Camp zone to the front of the net. Oh! He had the left-hand side of the net wide open. I don't know if Galise made the block or if a defender came in and blocked the shot. Here's a shot from Mason Reed near the right-hand side of the net. Stopped and held onto by Galise. 10:02 to go. Still 4-1 Ravenwood. Draws to the right. of Galeese. Won by Ravenwood. Brady Friedman tried to send it down low to the left wing corner. Mikey Bernier stole it and ends up icing it. Draw to the right of Galeese. Won by Ravenwood. Pass across. Oh! Stopped by Galeese. Mason Reed from the bottom of the right circle. Passed across to the bottom of the left circle, and Powell got off a one-timer. Galeese got over in time, made the stop, and covered. And offside goes Station Camp at the other end. Dom DeMaria could not stop himself from going over the blue line before Joey Siciliano brought the puck in. Draw's going to be on the dot across from the Ravenwood bench, right in front of the bleachers. Won by Ravenwood. And shot, score! Liam Powell chased it all the way down the right wing. And from the bottom of the right circle, he fires it into the roof of the net. And it is 5-1. Ravenwood with 9:27 to go. And now it goes back to goal difference. Once again, it is 0 for the Outlaws, -1 for Station Camp. Draw one by the Bison. There's a shot from Jaden Robertson, turned away by McKenzie. And here come the Raptors again. To the front of the net, a backhander from Timo Holland, stopped by Carter Galeese. Puck in the left wing corner. Aryan Patnaik trying to come out in front. Poked back into the left wing corner by Fernan. Fernan stops behind the net. Tried to put it out in front. Went off the back of the net. Fernan with it again. Tries a backhanded wraparound for the left side. Stopped and covered up by Galeese. .8:46 to go. Still 5-1. Ravenwood draws to the left of Galeese. Draw one by Ravenwood. Owen Apple tried to pass it down the slot. Went off the stick of McLean Gregory and out. Apple sends it back in. Chase Ulrich battling with Keaton Moffitt. Ulrich comes out with a puck. Oh, but he let it get away from him. Moffitt left circle, taking a shot, went across the front of the net. Puck held in at the right point and sent back down the wall. Now sent back around to the far side. Here's Toby Mahaffey. Mahaffey back into the Ravenwood zone, and the puck poked away. And he catches back up to it, sends it to the front of the net, stopped and covered up by McKenzie. I think that may have been Anthony Maltese who poked that puck away from Mahaffey and wouldn't let him go down the right wing with it. Forced him to catch up. 8:04 to go. Still 5-1 Ravenwood. Draw to the left of McKenzie. It's won by Station Camp. Shot from Gavin Cole. Turned away by McKenzie. And the puck came back off the boards. She decides to stop and cover. Raptors with the puck in the Bison zone. Cooper Friedman trying to put it behind the net, picked up. Banked hard off the near boards by Dom Reitz. Now back the other way. Come Station Camp. On angle shot on the bottom of the left circle, misses the net. And now here come the Raptors. Jake Farrell, left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Tried to go to the front of the net, got off a backhander, stopped by Galise. But Farrell made contact with the right-hand side of the net and dragged it out of position. So they blow the whistle for that. 7:20 to go. Still 5-1 Ravenwood. Draw is going to be to Galise's right. One by the Bison. Sent around the boards to the far side. Cleared out by Toby Mahaffey. Timo Holden dumps it right back in from center. Puck on the near side. Passed around to the far side, Gavin Cole. Now it's brought out to center by Mahaffey. Breed jumps in, takes the puck away. Here's Liam Powell. Flipping it through the air back into the Station Camp zone. And Reed catches it. Oh, it just went over the line for icing. It just went over the... Actually, no, the linesman... Linesman said he blew the call. It should not have been icing. So they're going to drop the puck to the right of Galise as makeup for the incorrect icing call. 6:48 to go, still 5-1 Ravenwood. One by the Raptors. Here's Reed. Tried to pass it out to the blue line. Toby Mahaffey intercepts. Now here's Chase Ulrich. Right wing side of the Ravenwood zone. A shot turned away by McKenzie. Into the netting above the glass it goes. Draws to the left of McKenzie. One by Ravenwood. Puck sent around the boards to the far side. Keaton Moffitt. Passing it off. Vernon one-timer off the right leg pad of Galise. Cannon Kaiser unable to keep the puck inside the zone at the left point. Moffitt brings it back into the right wing side. Tried to stuff it into the left-hand side of the net. Stopped by Galise. It's loose. And another shot stopped by Galise while he was doing the splits right on top of the goal line. I think that came from Fernan. Galise able to cover. It is still 5-1. Ravenwood with 6:08 to go. Draws to the right of Galise. One by Ravenwood. Fernan shot off the right leg pad of Galise again. Puck out on the far side. Keaton Moffitt. Couldn't hang on to the puck. Here's Dom DeMaria. Ahead to Andrew Grooms. Grooms. Right wing side of the Ravenwood zone. Pass across. Oh! And it was sent over the top of the net, I think, by Joey Siciliano. At the right-hand side of the net. Now we get a whistle as the Ravenwood net has become dislodged. 5:38 to go, still 5-1. Ravenwood draw to the right of McKenzie. Draw looked like it was won by Ravenwood. Instead, it was won by Station Camp on a shot from the slot, and Dom DeMaria went over the net. Here's Andrew Grooms, left wing boards. Sending it into the right wing corner, but it's picked up by Mason Reed. Passed ahead. Cooper Hill down the slot in front of backhander. Stopped by Galise. And, Yep, the net came dislodged again. Draw to the left of Galeese again. Won by won by Ravenwood. Centering pass to the front of the net, intercepted by Marshall McMurtry. And cleared out off the near side boards. Joey Siciliano back into the Ravenwood zone. A shot off the glove of McKenzie from the right point, and then a shot off the boards, or rebound off the boards. And from DeMaria, stopped by McKenzie at the left-hand post. Oh, and then DeMaria with a big hit in the left wing corner on a Ravenwood player. Puck goes out to center. Here's McMurtry. Sending it back the other way. Now it's brought to center. Mason Reed back into the station. Gibbs over to the front of the net. Shot off the blocker of Gleason into the netting above the glass. Reed looking for his 4th goal of the game. 4:20 to go. 5-1 Ravenwood. .252 to go over on Rink B. Mount Juliet have 5 goals. I'm not sure how many the Rangers have. The game sheet, the live box score isn't on. The Rangers with a live stream, but whoever has the camera has it angled. The stanchion is cutting off the home or the guest side of the board, which is the Rangers side. And then when it turns to the other end, the space in the glass cuts off the home side of the board there. Jake Farrell, left wing side of the station camp zone. Shot blockered away by Galeese. And into the netting above the glass it goes again. 3:47 to go. Still 5-1 Ravenwood. Out of the right of Galeese, won by Station Camp. Gracie Clark clears it out to center. Dump back in by Ravenwood, and just from behind the red line, it's an icing. Draws to McKenzie's left. Won by the Raptors and cleared out to center. Here's Mason Reed. Left wing side of the station camp zone in front of backhander. Stopped by Galeese. And Reed, as he went by the net, knocked the glove off of Galeese, so they have to blow the whistle for that for safety reasons. Draws to Galeese's left. Won by Station Camp. And here's Toby Mahaffey through center, left wing side of the Ravenwood zone. A shot stopped by McKenzie. She has it in the glove. 3:09 to go, still 5-1 Ravenwood. Draws to the right of McKenzie. Station Camp keeping it in the zone. Aiden Kramer shot in the left point. Takes a deflection off the stick of Gregory. McKenzie still able to make the save. Puck out at center. Sent back in by Kramer. A couple of Station Camp players to get back on side. And Mason Reed played the puck with a high stick, touched up by Cooper Hill to bring about the whistle. 2:34 to go, still 5-1 Ravenwood. Draw was to the left of McKenzie. Won by Station Camp. Tried to send it to the front of the net. Held in left point by Kramer. Aiden Kramer's shot turned away by McKenzie. Station Camp have to score 2 goals and keep it that way. They have to get within 5-3 and have that be the final. Here's Cooper Hill. I'm sorry, it's Grady Fernan, right wing side of the Station Camp zone. Past the slot. Lucas O'Leary whiffed on it. Lucas O'Leary, the only Ravenwood player without a point to his name in the regular season, whiffing on a one-timer try. At the other end, Dom DeMario with a backhander that misses the net. Puck comes to the front of the net. McKenzie down. Now it's sliding into the left wing corner. And they've credited McKenzie with a save on that missed DeMario shot. Here's Aiden Kramer, top of the left circle shot, deflected and into the netting above the glass. 97 seconds to go, still 5-1 Ravenwood. And I'm kind of shocked that Keith Grooms hasn't pulled the goalie to try and get at least 2 of those goals back. Station Camp have beaten NBA. They only lost 2-1 to Ensworth. They could make noise in the Preds Cup, but right now it looks like they're headed for the Hein Cup. Grady Fernan on the left wing side of the Station Camp zone. Now at the inboards. Joyce Siciliano sending it up the far side, but it's held into the right point. Oh, and then a hit, I think, on Jake Lipinski. It's drawn a penalty. It's going to be against Chase Ulrich. Touched up by Toby Mahaffey. Chase Ulrich, this is only his 4th game. You have to play 5 to be eligible for the playoffs. Elbowing call against Ulrich. Will Station Camp try and get him a waiver into the tournament? So Ravenwood getting, I think it's their first power play of the game with exactly a minute to go, up 5-1. Draws to Galice's left. Won by the Raptors. Liam Powell left point. Pass across to the right wing side. Mason Reed up, tried to fire it over to Apple. McLean Gregory trying to clear it out. Held in. Liam Powell at the left point. Backs up to the blue line. Passes down the left wing to Apple. Tried to send it to the front of the net. That was blocked by the skates of McMurtry. Now it's behind the net for Reed. Reed comes out in front, a shot over the net. Here's Apple. Pushed into the boards, 30 seconds to go. And the puck cleared out by the Bison. Cooper Hill's, actually no, McKenzie's going to shovel it over to Hill. Hill behind the net. Marshall McMurtry right on top of him. Hill trying to break away, and he does. Hill breaks free. Hill through center into the Station Camp zone on the right wing side, and then a shot turned away by Galice. And that is it. Ravenwood win 5-1, and the Tennessee Outlaws welcome to the Predators Cup. They get in on goal difference. They needed Station Camp to lose by 3 or more goals, and that's what happened. And Ravenwood will be the 2 seed for the Predators Cup. As the Rangers Mount Juliet game is over. Hold on, let me go over here. Let me go over to Rink B and see that final score. Mount Juliet beat the Rangers 5-2 over on Rink B. All right, folks, let me type this stuff out. Hold on, folks. It's gonna be a little bit. I got a couple more things to type, and then I'll do proper post game. Oh man. All right. Let me just do a couple things on Facebook here as well, and then I'll finally start. Okay, I'm done typing for a bit. Okay, so the goal scorers in this one. McLean Gregory had the only goal of the game for Station Camp. And for Ravenwood, a hat trick for Mason Reed. And the other goals came from Grady Fernan and Liam Powell. Player of the game, I'm going to split it between Mason Reed and Reese McKenzie because Station Camp were dominating puck possession early, and she did a really good job of turning away every shot. So Mason Reed and Reese McKenzie are co-players of the game as Ravenwood win this one 5-1. So the first round of the Hein Cup is set. It'll be Station Camp against the Rangers in the 1-8 matchup. Rangers against Mount Juliet in the 2-7. Ryan against Indy in the 3-6. And Centennial against Brentwood in the 4-5. And the 1-8 matchup for the Preds Cup is set. It'll be Ensworth against the Outlaws. Those two teams tied 1-1 back in November 15th. So could have a very interesting opening game on Monday. Ravenwood will be the 2. Ravenwood will be the 2. And will face either Hendersonville or MBA. If MBA lose, to Summit tomorrow night, they will be the 7. If they win, they will jump all the way up to the 3 seed. If they tie with Summit, then they go all the way up to the 4. So seeds 3 through 7 in the Preds Cup are still undecided with 1 game to go. But all the Hein Cup seeds have been decided. Now, I'm not doing that, but going to do a special show on Friday morning at 10 o'clock, a live show from my house, upstairs in my house in Murfreesboro, the regular season wrap-up report. And we'll talk about, well, we won't go in depth about that Summit NBA game, but we'll mention it, go over the standings, and then we'll go over the first round matchups, and we'll talk a little bit about each one of them, not go very in depth. But yeah, that'll be 10 a.m. on Friday morning, live from my house, the regular season wrap-up report. Let me just go into my email because I got speak. So tomorrow night at 8:30 on the North Ring in Antioch, the final game of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season, NBA taking on Summit Page. If Summit win, the seeds 3 through 7 will be Summit the 3, JP2 the 4, Franklin the 5, Hendersonville the 6, NBA the 7. If NBA win, it'll be NBA the 3, Summit the 4, JP2 the 5, Franklin the 6, Hendersonville the 7. If they finish in a tie, if the game finishes in a tie, it'll be Summit the 3, NBA the 4, JP2 the 5, Franklin the 6, Hendersonville the 7. Now the playoff schedule for next week. This is what I've been sent. So the Preds Cup will be the team eliminating, or be the tournament eliminating teams first. Here's the schedule for next week. Monday, all 4 first-round Preds Cup games are going to be played on Monday. Here on Rink A at Centennial at 6:15, the 1-8 game between Ensworth and the Outlaws, followed at 8 o'clock by the 4-5 game, which will either be NBA against JP2 or JP2 against Franklin. 7:40 over on Rink B, the 2 versus 7 Preds Cup game, Ravenwood against either NBA or Hendersonville. 8:45 in the North Ring in Antioch. Yes, we're going to be playing Monday night games in Antioch during the postseason on the, is it the South Rink or the North? North Rink, the 1-8 game for the Hind Cup between Station Camp and the Rangers, and 8:30 over on the Terry Crisp Rink in Bellevue, the 3-6 game in the Preds Cup, which will either be Summit versus Hendersonville or MBA versus Franklin. One of those two. Then next Wednesday, the 3 remaining first-round games for the Hind Cup will be played. Here on Rink A at Centennial, it's 7:10, the 4-5 game between Centennial, FRA, and Brentwood. Then at 8:40, or it should be 8:45, the 2-7 game between the Rampage and Mount Juliet. 8:15 on the, is it South Rink in Antioch? Yes, South Rink in Antioch. The first Predators Cup elimination game between the Ensworth Outlaws loser and the 4-5 game loser. And at 8:30 over on Rink B here at Centennial, the last first round, or the other first round game in the Hind Cup, 3 versus 6, Father Ryan versus Indy. And then next Thursday at 8:30 on the North Rink in Antioch, the other Preds Cup elimination game, first round in the losers bracket, between the loser of the 2-7 game, Ravenwood, and whoever the 2-7 seed is, and the 3 versus 6 game. On Monday, we're gonna focus on the Preds Cup all next week. On Monday, we're gonna do both of those first round games here on Rink A at Centennial. 6:10 pregame for a 6:15 face-off between Ensworth and the Outlaws, and then 7:55 pregame for an 8 o'clock face-off between the 4-5 seeds. Then next Wednesday, 8:10 pregame for an 8:15 face-off between the Ensworth Outlaws loser and the 4 versus 5 game loser. And then next Thursday, 8:25 pregame for an 8:30 face-off between the Ravenwood 7 seed loser and the 3 seed versus 6 seed loser. So yeah, we've got one more game to play to sort out seeds 3 through 7 of the Preds Cup. But seeds, all 8 of the Hind Cup seeds have been claimed. Oh my, I need to go over the standings, don't I? I need to go over the standings. Look at me, just not doing that. So all but 2 teams are still playing GNASH hockey in the regular season. Ensworth, Nolensville, Lipscomb finishing the regular season with 13 wins, no losses, and 2 ties. Ravenwood finished with 12 wins, 2 losses, and a tie in second. Summit Page sitting in third at 10-3-1. JP2 MLK and Franklin both finished the regular season 10-5-0, but again, JP2 ahead of Franklin on head-to-head. Hendersonville beats Lawson 9-4-2. MBA 9-3-2. Hendersonville beat MBA, so they're ahead of them. Tennessee Outlaws and Station Camp Liberty both finished 6-7-2, but the Outlaws get the last Preds Cup berth on goal difference, 0 to -1. So Station Camp will be the 1 seed for the Hind Cup. Rutherford Rampage and Father Ryan both finished 5-9-1, but Rutherford beat Father Ryan back in September, so they get the 2 seed on the head-to-head. Father Ryan the 3. Centennial FRA finishing all alone at 5-10-0. They'll be the 4 seed. Brentwood and Indy both finishing at 4-10-1. Brentwood beat Indy a couple of weeks ago, so they'll be the 5 seed on the head-to-head. Indy will be the 6th. Mount Juliet, Wilson Central, Green Hill finishing the regular season 2-11-2. They'll be the 7th seed, in the Montgomery County Rangers. Tough first season for them. They lose all 15 of their games. They will be the 8th seed for the Hind Cup. And again, tomorrow night on the North Rink in Antioch, the final game of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. Montgomery Bell taking on Summit Page. And again, that game will decide seeds 3 through 7 for the Predators Cup. How many games do we do this year? Regular season games. This is game number 33 in the regular season for us. Well, we got quite a few playoff games to go. I imagine we'll eclipse 50 games broadcast for this season. All right, now let's wrap it up and go home. So that is it for the Middle Tennessee Sports Network's coverage of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. Our final score tonight, Ravenwood 5, Station Camp Liberty Creek 1. Tennessee Outlaws off to the Predators Cup on goal difference. Station Camp, they get a consolation prize of being the High Cup 1 seed. I can't believe it. Well, except for the one game tomorrow night, the regular season is over. 119 games out of 120 have been played. I cannot believe it's over. And by this time next week, no, not yet. Well, around this time next week, we'll have eliminated one team from the postseason. One team will be out of the Preds Cup. Again, Friday morning at 10 a.m., live from my house, a regular season wrap-up report. Going to try and keep it about within the range of 20, 30 minutes. Not going to be too long. But other than that, thank you all for listening. I'm Michael Hackney. Talk to you Friday morning, or if you're not going to listen to that, talk to you on Monday from right back here at Centennial for night 1 of the 2025 GNASH postseason. Good night from Centennial, everybody.